Good evening and welcome. This is VA3CJZ opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G, for Wednesday, December 16th, 2020. My name is Chuck and my station is located in East Hamilton below the escarpment. This informal get-together, this informal simplex net, originally founded by John, VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time on 146.430 MHz. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may even encourage some of you to improve your station. Keep in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice of asking for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We ask that you please try and leave a 2 to 3 second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. And we are also live streaming on YouTube this evening under my call sign, VA3CJZ. Put that in the search box of YouTube, and you should find us live there. May I now take check-ins?
VE3LBI. You may not take check-ins. VE3PDO. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo uniform.
Okay, very good. I acknowledge VE3LBI, VE3PDL, and VE3CBU. Let's go to Larry. Good evening, Larry. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome all. Quick question. Have you got your beam pointed at the ART, please?
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. I had that in there. I was going to try to catch you before the net started, but I got you now, so it doesn't matter. What's going on? Got my hearing aid fixed, which is a bonus. My left hearing aid decided to go kaput on me, so I'm walking around in circles, I think, sometimes falling over. But anyways, I made it to Costco and had an appointment, and they got that fixed up for me. So it's working excellent, which is a real bonus. After 3 years of having them, it makes it a little difficult not to have one working.
Oh, wow. Hey, you got one in both ears?
Oh, yeah, both ears. Chuck, I've had them in there for about 3 years. And all I can blame it on is good old computer days when we had impact hammers for printers. There was no safety feature back then.
Oh, yes, I know. I hear you. When I worked in the carnival, we all had big diesel generators to power all the power for the midway. So those things were on, and they were loud. And if you happen to have a house trailer, or a bunkhouse near there, it affected some people's hearing for sure. Well, I'm glad you got that fixed up there, Larry. Very good.
Yep. Okay. I'll pass it back over to you and get the list going there, and then see what you got for more check-ins. So, okay, I'll take a standby.
All right. Very good. VE3LBI up on the mountain. Let's stay up there with VE3PDL. Paul, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Thanks, Chuck. Just a quick being in the pot, sir, being my, usual irritating self. Other than that, not much for the net. I'll try to stay listening along. And hello to everybody on the frequency. V3PDL.
Okay, very, very good, Paul. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. I'm sure we're not done hearing from you. Let's go down to VE3 Charlie Bravo uniform.
Hey, thanks for the check-in. Just a correction. It's Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo uniform, CBU. Brad from Burlington. Second time I've checked into this net. Mostly just saying hello. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for taking the check-in. Back to you.
All right, very good there, Brad. You're coming in very well here in Burlington. Good, strong signal and good audio.
Good to hear. Good to hear my signals coming through. I'm watching along on YouTube without the sound, obviously, just so it doesn't go back and forth. But I'll just be listening along for a little while. 73.
Okay, 73. Thanks for stopping by, Brad, in Burlington. Okay, let's see if anybody else would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now.
BE3 Kilo Mike Quebec. D Mike Whiskey.
Okay, I heard Kilo Mike Quebec, but someone else doubled up with you there. That second station, go ahead again, sir.
VA3 IMW.
Okay, so I acknowledge VE3KMQ and VA3 IMW. Good evening, Mike. How are you?
Yeah, good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net this evening. I'm doing fine. Hope everybody's doing good. Not an awful lot going on with me this evening. Staying close to home, cold, the pandemic. What can I say? It's nice to be able to play radio. So anyway, just swing it back to you. I'll just listen along for a bit. Back to you, Chuck. B3KMQ.
Okay, very good, Mike. Well, thanks for coming by and stopping by saying hello. VE3KMQ. Next, VA3IMW. Good day, good evening, sir. Welcome.
Thanks a lot, Chuck. Good to hear you, and I'm glad you're hearing me. Obviously, a temporary setup right now with an external mount antenna that's still inside the house, but we'll manage to get that up on the roof in the next few weeks somehow or other. Glad you're still active with this net. It is certainly an interesting interaction of various characters. So I'll be listening along, and 7 I'll be on site.
Okay, very good, Mac. Yeah, well, good signal. A little bit noisy, but that's okay. You're very readable. We could communicate in case of an emergency. Not a problem, sir. Okay, well, listen along, and we'll see if we can get any more check-ins in there. VA3IMW. Okay, next is, whoever wants to check in. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Echo Echo.
Darn pen. There we go. Okay, sorry for taking so long there. My pen stopped working. VA3 Charlie Echo Echo. Good evening, Perry. How are you? Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and everyone else on net. Yeah, how's things, Chuck?
Oh, good, good. Wow, you're blasting in here tonight, my little speaker there. I thought I'd try just listening to the sound out of the radio speaker because the microphone for the camera there is right close to there. So we thought we'd try that tonight. Hopefully it's sounding good at everyone else's end there. Yeah, we're live on YouTube this evening there, Perry. Just punch in my call sign in YouTube, and the live button should come up there. Over.
Roger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's new and improved, I guess. Or maybe not so new to everyone else, but I've been on for a few weeks. But yeah, no, that's a good thing.
Yeah, a few people got all this time at home now, and everyone's doing these Zoom commercials or Zoom meetings, I should say, and all the other social media platforms. We thought we'd take advantage of YouTube there and see how we see what kind of show we can do.
And what a show it was!
You got it. All right, there, Perry. What's new with you? Everything's good over here. We're all healthy there. We're just waiting for our daughter to finish her gig helping Santa take pictures at the mall there. Over.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it's good the little kids, can still get out and do some of the Christmas, events or whatever. Yeah, I mean the COVID has put a damper on a lot of stuff, but I think it means the most to the kids. Although everybody else is probably getting sick of this, which I am, but yeah. Anyways, it's good. It's good for the young ones to be able to just sort of like be normal. Um, they don't totally understand it, and that's a good thing. But yeah. Anyways, good talking to you there tonight, Chuck. And we'll let you carry on. Uh, BA3 CJZ, BA3CE. We'll let you see if there's any more check-ins or whatever going on there. Go back to you.
Yeah, okay there, Perry. Yeah, absolutely. It's I get some days, where it gets to me a little bit, but it's a long road, and we just got to keep our chin up, and we'll get through it, and we'll be able to buy the T-shirt that said we survived the 2020-21 pandemic. Okay, thank you very much, there, Perry. Let's see who else is up. Would like to check in. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Any check-ins, please come now.
VA3 OYL.
Hey, good evening, VA3 OIL. Deb, welcome. How are you?
Good evening. All is well here. I have a funny story. I'll start off with a funny story.
Okay.
I have an IMAX 2000 antenna, and I was listening for the 10-meter contest. I wasn't hearing anybody, and then I happened to tune in to some locals talking on 10 meters, and their signals were way down. I couldn't figure out what's going on. So I put the meter on the end of the coax in the house, and it showed a short. So I thought, okay, I'll change the end. So I changed the end, and still a short. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have to go outside tomorrow and check the other end of the coax. Went outside, disconnected the coax from the IMAX, checked the end with the meter. It's fine. Check the IMAX center with the ground, and it was a short. So I thought, okay, there's something wrong with the antenna. So I threw up a dipole, a 10-meter dipole, hooked up to the coax that I changed the plug on, and it's working fine. I forgot that the IMAX shows a short between the center and the ground all the time, but there's still a problem. It's not receiving properly, so I still have to bring it down sometime and take a look at it.
Okay. So what are you transmitting on now?
Oh, I have a 2-meter 440 Comet antenna. I forget what it is, a GP9 or 6 or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah, the Comets are a good cousin, I should say, to the Diamond antenna. They perform really well. So, did you get any contacts on the 10-meter? I got discouraged. It was very noisy for me. It was difficult to hear a lot of the signals, and I just said, "The heck with it."
No, I listened to the contest and wasn't hearing anybody, and I thought all propagation was just crappy. It wasn't until a few days later that I realized that, there's something wrong with my setup. So, I don't know, no contacts.
Okay. Well, that's okay, because this weekend we have the RAC winter contest coming up for DX. So yeah, everybody polish up your antennas and microphones.
Oh, very good. And I'm just waiting for the snow to come.
Yes, that's right. There is a winter weather advisory out there for the GTHA, and they're saying it should start, well, anytime after 8 o'clock. Start snowing right up until tomorrow morning. And if you're traveling, please plan ahead. Give yourself some extra time. And as far as a cool contest, there's another one coming up that's cool. This one is called Run for the Bacon QRP contest. And it looks like it's only on for an hour or two, but it's hilarious. Run for the Bacon. Who comes up with these names?
Gee, that sounds like fun, though.
There we go. Oh, it's CW. From 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. So if you want to listen in on that, that will be 2300 Zulu on December 20th to 0100. So 2 hours this coming weekend. Run for the bacon.
Do they specify what wattage for QRP? I know usually it's what, 5, 10 watts?
5 watts. Single band, all band, 5 watts.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, yeah, a couple of days ago, we missed a solar eclipse. Hang on, let me drop. There we go. Monday, December 14th at 8:33 a.m. Eastern Time. A total solar eclipse took place on the 14th when the moon passed between the Earth and the Sun, thereby totally or partially obscuring the image of the Sun for viewers on Earth. So whoever was out there early morning looking for an eclipse there, it was 2 days ago. Oh, the next one is April 8th, 2024. So I got a ways to wait. Okay there, Deb. Anything else before we do another call out?
No.
Okay, very good. Nice to hear from you there, Deb. I was texting John today, by the way, VE3JSU, and he was in Thunder Bay. Didn't explain why, but he said he'd call me on Friday, and we'll talk then.
Uh-oh. Thunder Bay, that to me sounds like health stuff.
Yeah, it could be for medical, but he also told me he's got to try, like, to get internet. He's got to go all the way out to Thunder Bay to get internet, which I don't understand. He's got a phone, but you know, John. So yeah, we'll wait to hear from him.
Yeah, they might require special stuff. Uh, Whatever, bank account information or something silly that he has to be there in person.
Yes, that's probably the case. Okay then. All right. Well, thanks, Deb. We'll get back around to you there, I'm sure. Let's see if anybody else would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, taking check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Tango Oscar. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet.
Okay, 2 pens decided to die on me, but I can remember Victor Echo 3, Tango Tango Oscar, and Victor Echo 3, something Lima. We'll have to get back to you. What was that call, sir?
Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet.
There we go. I finally found a pen that works. Very good then, sir. Okay, Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet. Let's go to Gary Victor Echo 3, Tango, Tango, Oscar.
Victor Echo 3, Tango, Tango, Oscar here. Good evening. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing well. It looks like our hospital system's getting a real kick. They're being forced to go under surge capacity for our hospitals there, Chuck, and that means 15% of beds must be COVID-19 available.
How many? 15?
Roger, 15%.
Oh, wow, eh? Yeah, I saw on the news there that they were pretty much telling everyone, be prepared to make more room if you haven't already. So, yeah, they're forecasting things getting a bit worse.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not a good thing. If we look at the hospitalization today for the province, 932 people in hospital, ICU 256, and ventilators 157. And, those two critical areas, ICU and ventilators, those are people that are really in need, eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why they've had to cancel or postpone some elective surgeries where, if someone were to come out of, let's say, heart surgery, for example, or a bad automobile crash. Well, you can't. Sorry, I mixed that up. Two different categories. Elective surgeries like open heart surgery would need an ICU bed afterwards, right? So they're probably postponing those as much as they can, which, patients that are waiting for operations may not survive too. So yeah, it's grim all around.
Yeah, exactly there. So it's not a good thing. Not a good thing. When I read those numbers today and I seen what the hospitals are going down as, I said we definitely have problems and people aren't listening.
No, that's for sure. I didn't need any statistic to tell me that. Uh, People are not very bright sometimes. Very stubborn against, they'll spite themselves to just to win. Anyways, there, Gary. What's the count for Ontario today? Will we break another record?
2,139 cases with 43 deaths.
Wow, that was quite the jump. A little while ago, we were just under 2,000. Now we're in the 2,100s already. Wow, eh?
Yeah, it's definitely not a good thing. I'm sorry to say this, but people are going to have to isolate themselves a bit. And I can see the lockdown happen on Friday. We're close to it. Remember, the number is out of 100,000. Okay, so we were like 88.9 back a few days ago there. So we were very close to being locked down.
Yeah. Well, I'd suggest everybody finish their Christmas shopping as soon as they can because come Friday they're going to announce it, and then you're going to try and go out and get something, and the stores will be jammed, and it'll be nuts. And then Monday, everybody will be ordering online.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I was going to say is go get some food. Go early in the morning and get food if you need food there.
Yeah, definitely. It's cleaner in the mornings. Less people have been through there. It's the smart choice.
Exactly. Anyway, that's all I'm going to have to report there. And tomorrow's going to be a snow shovel day. And yeah, I got to shovel my hand tomorrow there. My snowblower broke on dry belt, and I'm still waiting for a dry belt. And they're hard to find these days.
Oh, is that right, eh? Yeah, I usually deal with a small engine company there that's right beside the cleaning house on Barton Street. I think there's a drive-through Timmy there across the street. I forget the name of that little shop, but they handle all the name brands like Still and all the big company names. They get parts and all that. So if you haven't tried them out before, you should look them up.
Yeah, I know where it is there. I never see it there. Yeah, somebody told me that I'm starting to believe this is that the belts, V belts that you get now, let's say on eBay and stuff like that, come from China, and they're not as strong as the ones we're here. And we should actually look at a Kevlar belt for the dry belt.
Did you say Kevlar belt?
That's correct.
A bulletproof belt for your car, right on.
Yeah, but it's strong material.
Yeah, I would imagine it'd be similar to one of those steel belted radial tires that we get, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what somebody suggested to me there, and it makes sense there. Makes sense, and because if you look at some belts, they're a bit brownish. I think that's what that is.
Yeah, who knows nowadays? The products that they're making are just so fascinating. The compounds that they're using nowadays to make stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow there, and I'll go from there. And I thought I had this made. I guess the belt that I bought wasn't good quality there, so that was one of the things that busted on me the last snowfall.
Yeah, well, you're lucky we're only getting 5 to 10 centimeters. Uh, Otherwise, you should have ordered that last June. Uh, but anyway, yeah, good luck with that. And thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated there, Gary, with the numbers and everything.
Yeah, you take care and have a good evening there, and everybody be safe out there. Wear your masks. That's our only hope for a while, because if you think about it, by the time we get that vaccine, it's going to be a few months. The mask is our only protection there, and get a good mask, N95 or something, B3 TTO.
That's right. Don't forget to use a sanitizer there. They got plenty of those little travel bottles now. You can just grab one of those, keep it with you. Don't have to worry about using the same pump as 10,000 other people. So, yeah, that kills germs off your hands. Very good, Gary. Thank you very much for stopping by, sir. VE3 TTO. All right, next on the list is VA3 XLJ. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Uh-oh. Did I get it wrong?
Hi, how are you guys? I really don't have much to contribute because I miss most of the net, I guess, first half or first majority of the net. So I was listening to Gary, and he's trouble with a snow blower and a belt. I do have a snow shovel, so I'm not looking forward for any snow, but I guess then I have to tough it out tomorrow. It does actually helps. It's ergonomic shovel, so that's I guess that's a good thing about it.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we were expecting 20 centimeters or more? By the way, my name is Chuck, and you are Vanya. Is that right?
Uh, correct. Yeah, that is my name.
Okay. Well, welcome, Vanya. This is just a little rag chew get together we have every week on Simplex Net here, 14643, and the subject changes all the time. Whatever catches our fancy. We like to stay away from politics and religion and just have some fun.
Yeah, that's good. I just have a question for Gary. Like when we do the COVID net, I can just hear him at the edge of the noise, so I can hear something in the background, but it's nothing comes out, I guess. But now he's coming out quite strong actually. So did he change location, or because I doubt that 2 meters he can propagate much further than 144 because 144 440 should be bouncing off of everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know. Let's ask Gary there. He comes in here very well on both 2 meter and 70 centimeter there. So Gary, Vanya's got a question for you. Are you there? No. Well, I think he's gone. but he might be using two different antennas. One may be lower. Some stations don't. Like for me, for instance, there's one station in Hamilton here I have a hard time getting, but everyone else seems to be picking him up. So, yeah, that's the joys of radio bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, it was just hard because it's coming like as five, as six. Actually, I'm just counting the squares. I don't have the real meter per se, but it does come halfway through the scale, and on 440, like he's just at the edge of the noise. So
Yes, well, don't forget we have the escarpment here. It's a couple of 100 feet and of solid rock. And if Gary's at the other end of the escarpment, it makes it difficult sometimes for other stations to pick up.
Comment.
Go ahead there, Larry.
I'm just going to mention, actually, RPAD has a station that comes out of Toronto, which is kind of odd. There he gets into the repeater, the ZOE repeater, very noisy. Yet on the reverse, he can hear him actually clearer without that much noise. Just a little piece of information there. So as Chuck said there, it could be just the location. Um, like I said, which is kind of odd. You think the repeater would actually pick him up better, but he actually gets better on the simplex side, which is just the reverse side.
yes, I did notice that. I believe yesterday or day before, a couple of days ago, that there was someone that there was no actually S units measured on the radio, but the audio coming out was really, really clear. I was very surprised to hear that.
Well, I think also, by the way, it's VE3LBI here, first personal Larry. I think it depends also, our weather conditions are up and down, whether it's cloud, sun, dampness in the air. Yesterday morning, as wife and I both spoke, we found it very, very damp outside. So I think it definitely makes a difference in the airwaves. And as a matter of fact, I know that for kind of a fact because I usually listen to 680 CFTR at night when I go lay down about 11 o'clock. And the other night there was so much dampness in the air, I had a hard time receiving it. It was just kind of blocked off, and it was all staticky.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I know the shortwave got too affected by the clouds and stuff like that, but it just this thing which I carried with me, like thinking that 4 is much better for the city environment, goes through the buildings much better and bounces off of anything what is metal, I guess. But there's a few things to play because my antenna, what I have on the roof right now, actually worked much better while I was duct taped for the fence post, I guess. So all those little micro locations that makes a big difference.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. As Chuck mentioned there, he's got one party. He moved his antenna not too far. And he can probably explain it to you better than I. But after that, he could no longer receive the gentleman that's on the West Mountain. So, anyways, with that, Chuck, I'll pass it back over to you. Thanks, Net Control. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely there, Larry. Thank you for that. And Vanya's in Stony Creek, and and there is the escarpment because Gary's on the West Mountain. So I'm sure that that may be affecting the signal.
Probably does. A couple of years ago, I was playing. There was a program I found. I think it's still there because I did receive some promotional email from them. It's called like a radar coverage. So I don't know, is it freeware or but anyway, there's a free period to try it. So basically, it gives you the map and the low terrain around you, and it shows you how far the thing would travel based on emitting angles per se, -5 degrees down and plus 50, plus 20 degrees up, and the power and kind of shows you the different layers for the distance depending on the geography around you and I guess output of the what you send out from antenna. It was kind of interesting to see because it gives you the clear picture how far and how
that sounds pretty neat. Um, yeah, you'll have you played with that at all?
Yeah, I did, and it was very, very interesting. Like I think it's called. I'll check my phone and I'll get back to you in a second. But it's a neatest little thing. Like so, basically, let's say that's radar. Basically, here is antenna. That's what it is, and you can program the program. I guess choose the height of it, and I'm not sure for the frequency. It doesn't matter because it's only line of sight, anyways, and it will show you that the coverage is gonna actually the it will layer the colors. Depends which gradient you take for the height. Let's say every 10 meters, every 15, or something like that. It was interesting to see.
Absolutely, absolutely, eh? Well, here in Ontario, parts of Canada, we don't have a lot of mountains like in Europe. Geez, I see some of the guys there that I look up on QRZ, and they have these towers on mountainsides, and that really helps their propagation there, right? Being above sea level so high. But anyways, Vanya, thank you very much for that, sir. Very appreciated the info and for you taking the time to stop by and say hello. Anything else for the net before we move along?
No, no, I don't. I guess thank you guys for letting me talk.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just punch in VA3CJZ in the search box in YouTube and look for the live button there. We're on the air. I'm not sure how many people are watching at the moment. I've got so many screens open here, it's not funny. But once again, Vanya and Stony Creek, thank you very much. Anyone else like to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Another pen that died. Okay, good evening, R.E.G. I got you here in the log, VA3 VAD. How are you?
Yeah, no bad at all. It's good to test the radio on the 2 meter side here, and you're coming in quite good with an S9. Tonight I changed radio. Usually I'm using the ICOM 7100. I'm using the ICOM 746. This one puts out a 100 watt, and that's what we're playing with today. And just make sure everything is working good. I see you have an amp on the right lower corner on the screen. And what is that? Is that a Texas Ranger?
Close, close. It's a Texas Star. It's a 350. It's a pretty rare model.
All right, I'll take a picture and send you mine. Mine is a 1600 watt, a Sweet 16 they call it.
Oh, you got one of those, lucky fella. Yeah, it's good for 10, 11, 12 meter.
Yeah, you know what? I never use it because I don't have a power supply for it, and I can run it on 800 watts with one single battery. Probably if I would add a whole bunch of them batteries to it, it would work. But I don't even have an antenna. Maybe I'll put up one of these Entron 99 that would handle the power. I guess it's maybe rated for 2000. I can't even remember what they rated for. But that 10 meter is, it's one of those dead band right now. Anyways, actually, I was going to ask you. The picture is good. The quality is quite good actually, and you have two cameras running at the same time. And are you using that program, that manycam.com program?
Yes, sir, I am. I'm using the Manycam. You can see the watermark there on the bottom right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to put the time on there, but I can do that. Yeah, I found that this one here suits my needs quite well.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look into it. I got like so many cameras all over the place. I got one of them, those round one. It's you can turn it remotely. That's actually it would be good. when you go on a holiday and put it out in the window, that you can steer it where you want it and use it remotely.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Get all the toys extra there. Yeah, well, we're getting there. I had to play around for a little while, and I had to end up purchasing the tiny little square camera you see right here. That's called a Wise Cam, and it's basically it's made for a security camera, right? So I had to flash um the camera over to be able to use it on the PC. So when I'm done with it, I can always reflash it again, and I'll be able to use it as a security cam.
Yeah, here you go. All right, very good. Yeah, a good quality picture. And yeah, like I see you smoking there, so you're not allowed to smoke at the workplace in Ontario.
Yeah, don't call the Ministry of Labor on me there, Arpad. That's why I switch in between sometimes. I'll just show the radio because I want to have a cigarette.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, it would be funny, but actually, there was two truck drivers many years ago, probably like 5, 6 years ago, when this rule came in, and there was one OPP officer who was ticketing these guys, and two of them truck drivers had been ticketed because they were smoking on the at the workplace. The guy owned the truck; he was an owner and operator, and it was his own truck. And because he was on company time, basically, that was his workplace. He issued the tickets, and I believe the courts they dropped both of them. But that's what it say. These OPP officers sometimes they just want to be funny. That's all.
Wow, that's unbelievable. I would be flipping my lid. An owner operator being given a ticket. Oh my God, for smoking on the job. That's bull.
Yeah, and his explanation was you are working right now, so you're getting paid, and this is your workplace, and in Ontario you're not allowed to smoke. So I don't know. Hey, if you're getting money for this video or this net, if you're receiving any money, that's your workplace, my friend. You'll be in trouble now.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any worry of this getting so popular that we end up getting money for it. So it's all for fun, anyways. But that is a funny story there, Arpad.
Yeah, well, everybody says, it's they are a little bit cuckoo, but yeah, that's the way it is. And one you mentioned, Gary, actually, I had to listen on the internet for Gary. I did not hear him, so that's quite strange, eh? I can hear him on the 440. Actually, today, he was coming in quite good with an S6, and I cannot able to. I can hear somebody talking in the background, but I cannot make out what he's saying on the 2 meter side. So yeah, looks like the 2 meter is not that good. Yeah, he's up on the mountain, right below the mountain. So like we don't have a line of sight, and yeah, the 2 meter is maybe I'm listening some bouncing signals from the Sony Creek mountain or something. I don't know on the 440 side, and the 2 meter side is not doing it.
Well, I thought Vanya was saying the opposite there. He was picking up Gary. Well, I guess on my net here, and he wasn't on yours on the internet.
Yeah, Rania probably a little bit farther away from the mountain, so the signal is bending a little bit, and I'm too close to the mountain, so basically I'm in the shadow of the mountain here, and Rania I think is a little bit west of me. Sorry, east of me, and probably that's why he can hear.
Yep, probably all that solid rock there called the Niagara Escarpment.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? You're receiving much better than me. I can tell you that because some of the stations I cannot hear, and you're picking them up no problem. So I guess you're farther away from the mountains, so that helps a little bit. I got a phone call here. I'm going to turn it back to you, Chuck, and thank you very much for doing the net.
Okay, R.P.A.D. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by. Much appreciated. Maybe we'll talk to you later. VA3 VAD, East Hamilton. Okay, anyone else like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's go up to talk to Larry, VE3LBI. You there, Larry?
Yeah, we're still here, Chuck. What was Vanya's call sign, please?
That's Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet, XLJ.
Okay, thank you very much. What else going on? Started playing with my little Nano VNA device. Looked at a couple. Well, actually, found a really good YouTube setup on it. So been able to mess around with it a bit and did some testing on just basically handheld antennas just to see how they actually perform. So and actually, Art and I were discussing a program that interfaces that device with your computer, but I ran into a snag with the newer version, so he's going to test it and see what his results are. Anyways, it's quite a interesting unit for an analyzer for the price of like $50. It works quite well.
Yeah, it's something I haven't really looked into very hard myself, but it uh, sounds like a really neat little analyzer there. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube University and check out some videos on it, and like I do for everything else.
There's not just the SWR function. There's quite a bit more in there. Actually, one fellow has found a way to actually to measure the length of a coax. It does take some calculation manual after you make the measurement, but well, they got Smith charts in there and all kinds of stuff. And I've just barely touched the base of it with just with SWR stuff. But like I say, it's quite interesting, Chuck.
Yeah, right on, right on. How long have you had that?
Oh, it's been sitting downstairs here probably for 8 months, and I haven't touched it. Summer came along, and well, has other priorities that I had no control over. So it was kind of get into it about I don't know yesterday or the day before, and I started playing with it. So, and I had a question for Deb too, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right, all. I downloaded that program that you sent me. Now, as far as I can tell, there's not too much rig control on that. What I could see, Deb, is that true or false?
Can you refresh my memory on what program?
Oh, no, you would do that to me. It was the one that. Hang on, I'll have. No, okay, I'll have to go back and look. I'll get back to you on it. I'll have to look at my messenger. You actually told me about it, and you could do what was it? Something special. Oh, you could look at the stuff. That one there. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, right. Yep. Hmm. I'll have to fire up the computer and see what rig control is on it just to double check.
Yeah, because I'm still using the Ham Radio Deluxe, um, which gives me because I can modify it basically on the screen itself, right? And I was looking at it more for the rig control than in the waterfall portion, um, but I can't see a lot of the rig control. Like I have a lot of stuff I can do with my 746 Pro just on the screen, not have to do it through the menus.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll boot up the computer and I'll get back to you, probably through Facebook.
Yeah, okay, no issue. Okay, pass it back over to Chuck there and carry on. I think Paul's next. So thanks, Chuck, for picking me up, and thanks, Deb, for the information. As a matter of fact, Deb, I'm going to take a snapshot of this and I'll send it to you just to see what I can actually do with the actual 746 Pro. Okay, again, thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, sure thing there, Larry and Deb. Anytime. Okay, well, let's move down the list to Paul, the E3 PDL. Paul, are you there?
think I'm still here. Yep. Hold on, let me look. Yes, I'm still here. I just made sure that my radio is putting out a signal, so I must be here. But I don't have much to add, just listening along, sir. So I'll let you carry on, and I'll be listening until next round. V3 PDL.
All right. Well, we're going to have to write that down in the calendar there. Paul doesn't have anything to say.
I know. No funny comments or nothing. It's like I'm stunned here. I don't know what's happening. I must have the COVID.
Yeah, that's it. You get run over by a truck, oh, he's got COVID.
Broke my collarbone 4 years ago. Oh, it developed into COVID.
Yep. Son of a gun, eh? Pretty soon, 90% of the population will be positive.
Well, I'm pretty positive that anybody takes the vaccine, they're putting their lives at risk. Yeah, take away 7 years of trials and testing. I'm not too enthusiastic about getting that, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, R.E.G brought up something interesting there the other night on his net, saying that once they issue all these vaccines, they're when you want to travel, it's going to be on your passport if you got inoculated or not.
I don't travel anyway, so I couldn't give a rat's behind. But oh yeah, they're going to try to force you into it by seizing your money or what, any other way they can make you take it. But and I'm not 100% against taking it. I'm just not into taking it right now. I want to see how many of you silly buggers that are going to take it early, how long you live. If you guys last, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same way, Paul. We'll let the rabbits that are running to the front of the line have a shot at it. And well, look what happened in the UK. The first person who got it got sick. Oh, well, they got allergies. Oh, we never tested on anyone with allergies. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't even want to get started, driver. I'll just sit back and wait for them to get the right vaccine before I jump in line.
Yeah. We'll wait for them silly rabbits to drop off first, and then we'll step up once they get it right. Okay there, Paul. Thank you very much, sir. That's VE3 PDL. Next, VA3 Charlie Bravo uniform. You there? Hello, Brad. Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's see if Mike is still around. VE3 Kilo Mike Quebec. Okay, let's see if Mac is still around. VA3 I Am Wonderful.
I am wonderful, yes. Yeah, Chuck, I'm still hanging in here. Your YouTube broadcast is really super. I was able to dial back to when I connected with you and listen to my signal. It's amazing that you receive me as well as you do. But strangely enough, R.E.G can't seem to pull me out of the clouds. Tucked into the escarpment there in Rosedale. Just wondering if perhaps you might allow Deb in Westdale to give me a signal report if she's still at her radio.
Absolutely. VA3OYL. Deb, you copy?
Yes. Come on back and I'll give you a signal report.
Thanks much, Deb. Appreciate it. And 54321.
Oh, you're full scale here.
Well, I guess that's the benefit of being 700 feet up in the air and on the edge of the escarpment. So, once this antenna gets up on the roof, and be looking forward to hitting a few more people and maybe pulling people over on the west east mountain out. And maybe we'll try and peek over the edge of the hill and pick up our bed as well. Coming back to the vaccine, I am just amazed that there isn't more humor going around about the Pfizer vaccine and perhaps some of the side effects you might get for getting a Pfizer shot.
Okay, why don't you cue us in there, Mac?
Get a virus from taking the vaccine.
Well, Pfizer made millions, well, let's say billions, on the little blue pill. So if the side effect of taking the Pfizer vaccine was to have some effect of that nature, then it would certainly improve the potential for social distancing.
Good one.
Oh, geez, I wonder if they give you a little blue pill with the Pfizer shot.
I bought you 6 feet apart, not
Double duty. Well, let's line up at the door.
Oh, somebody keyed up there with an even funnier one.
You say they want you 6 feet apart, not 6 inches.
Oh, geez, that must be Rick. Okay, Rick, I got you in the log there. Just stand by. Okay, Mac, back to you. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the main reason I want to wait for the next go round on this. We'll have a few sacrificial lambs go through the process, figure out what happens to them before they stick a needle in me. Until then, I'm staying 70 centimeters apart.
Absolutely, there, Mac. Well, you know, if one of the side effects is the occasional rise in a man's trousers, well, then so be it. Maybe I'd line up for that one. Okay, Mac, thank you very much. It's VA3 India Mike Whiskey. Okay, let's jump over to Rick. VE3 KIX. Good evening, Rick. Welcome, and we are live on YouTube. If you go under my call sign in the YouTube search box, you'll see the live button there, and we're streaming live. Good evening, Rick. Welcome.
You mean I can actually see a picture of you?
Yeah. Unless I'm in between having a cigarette, I usually block out the one camera that's showing me while I'm having a smoke, but usually I show myself.
Okay. Is the idea to get a bunch of people on there doing this, or just yourself?
Wear your sunglasses.
Yeah, I should get my cool sunglasses. Yeah, well, you know, I do it for the net here. Occasionally, I might do the Trans Canada net on 7.100. You know, it all depends. But once a week now, this is my second time transmitting or broadcasting the net, I should say, on YouTube. And so, yeah, we're finding that we've pretty much got some good quality camera and audio going. And we're just playing around a bit. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, I guess it is, and so be it. If not, drop by once in a while.
So is there any money to be made there for you doing this? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just wondering. Like, I just put things on YouTube, hoping to get people attention and watch their whatever they put on there. And I guess somehow they get paid, maybe for commercials or whatever. I'm not really sure how it works, but is there a possibility that you could, actually get some pennies for this?
Well, anything's possible, but I'd have to be a sensation. You know, probably have to do something really crazy to get bunch of people to watch. That's really worth having somebody, YouTube, get a hold of me and say, we'd like you to, you know, do. I don't even know how it works. People do get paid doing this, but I haven't really looked into it there, Rick.
Well, my middle name is Crazy, so if you need some information or some stuff to do or say, I'm your man.
Okay, just call Rick. He's your man.
The man with the plan.
She avoided a skunk over there, a dog out, and she was on her way down the steps. They saw the skunk over about 20 feet away, looking at it, uh, trying to decide what it's going to do. And I thought, yeah, we're not going this way.
Yeah, no, you don't want to run into those guys. Um, keep more than 6 feet away from one of those.
Yeah, the wind was in favor of the skunk, so I couldn't smell them or nothing. So, you probably smell us. But yeah, they're kind of cute. We've had some real problems with them over here over the years. But they are cute little animals. I just wish they wouldn't stick so much.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like ferrets. A lot of people have ferrets for pets, and you can get the gland removed because ferrets also have a stink gland of some sort. They don't spray like skunks do, but they do stink. And even with the gland removed on skunks and on ferrets, you can walk into a house and you tell right away.
If there's a skunk or a ferret in there,
Yep.
Hey, Rick.
go ahead.
Maybe you should get him some deodorant for Christmas.
Just a thought. The only thing is I'd have to go in the store to buy that.
I don't know. I'll send Patty in.
Ordered online from Walmart.
After that, I made a great discovery. If anyone is interested in it.
You made a great discovery. All right, fill us in there, Rick.
I don't know how stupid I am, but there's little things that you look at, as you get older, you look back and you think, yeah, that was a smart idea, and then you realize 50 years later, why didn't I do that? I knew this 50 years ago. So I got this mess of wires behind my TV, all my equipment's there, and there's cables running everywhere. It looks like someone spilled some clay or black spaghetti, and it's just, I took steps in the beginning to keep everything neat, that it didn't last. And the other day I got some little cable ties, the little nylon plastic ties, they come in different colors. And I had to take one of my DVDs out to fix it. And I used to draw like a little map where the wires go and all this because there's so many friggin' wires. And this time I thought, what? I'm just gonna put a cable tie on this thing, on this wire, and that will have. I draw a picture, and then I'll make it green where the wire is supposed to go, and I'll put a green tie on it. And then I thought, if I run out of colors, I can start combining them together. I was playing around with colored wires. Like when I was like 15, I had this cable from the telephone company that had like 100 pairs of wires in it. And all they did was had different colors of wires and little different colored stripes on them. Which one was which? I thought, why the hell didn't I think of this earlier? So simple.
Well, Rick, how many inventions that I invented but never got paid for? When I was a kid, I thought up of a bunch of things that later, when I grew up, come to be true. And just think if I would have been able to be the one to actually bring that invention forward, yeah, there's a lot of us like that. Growing up, we'd think of things, and as you grow up, those things happen.
Roger that. So anyhow, I'm trying to buy some colored ties. There's all kinds of them on eBay. They're like a penny a piece.
or something like that. 1.5 cents each. Buy a bag of 100 different colors, of one color. So I would get 10, like maybe 10 colors. And the only thing is, everyone's sold out of them. Maybe everyone got the same idea I got. And all you can do is get 3 colors now. Some like purple, green, and yellow. And they have nine or 10 colors, but they showed the picture of it. But everyone's sold out of them, so if you're waiting. I was wondering if anyone does any business with that. Is it called Alabama? It's like I think it's kind of a like uh, like the Amazon type deal where they sell a lot of electronics and stuff. I was wondering about dealing with them in China. If anyone had experience. I don't know if you have to buy a whole lot to deal with them, if they have a minimum order or not. But I know they have a terrific selection of shit, especially electronic stuff. Has anyone dealt with Alabama for parts?
You mean the state?
So I'm talking about just the name of the company. It's in China. I think it's Alabama or something like that.
Yeah. Alibaba. Yeah, that's the Chinese version of Google or Amazon. Sorry. Yeah, he's the counterpart to Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon.
Right. So has anyone dealt with them? Like, if they sell small quantities at once, or the guy looked on their thing and it looked like you buy 1,000 of these little knobs if you want a knob, but you got to buy 1,000 of them. I think. I'm not sure. That's the part I'm not sure about.
Well, sir, then you just have to do some more research. Whatever it is you're looking to buy, when you land on it, it'll tell you how many you can get, and go from there. I don't. I've bought stuff off of Alibaba before. I think it's through the Wish. If you go through Wish, I think that's Alibaba. There's a couple of them that have a name that you wouldn't recognize, but it's affiliated with the Alibaba brand.
All right. So WISH, I guess. Wish.
Yeah, I believe so. I know I've ordered a couple of things there. I wasn't impressed with the shipping. They messed up on the shipping. They went right by me and right past Hamilton and into Toronto or something, coming from the States. So I was not impressed at the wait.
Oh, so this Wish place is in the States, but they buy from Alabama and then resell it from the States. Is that the idea?
Oh, don't quote me on this, Rick. I don't know. Um, it's hard to say who owns what nowadays. You'd have to do your own research if you're particular and buying from this Chinese place. I don't know. Uh, yep. Hey, let your fingers do the walk in there, big man.
Yeah, I don't want to buy it from the States because it can get hung up at the border and all this. I got a friend that orders stuff from some American companies. I have a U.S. mail box, but I can't even go over there and get stuff now because of the COVID thing. So I'm happy with the Chinese people sending me stuff, and it doesn't matter if it takes a month or two. I'm never in a hurry anyhow.
Yeah, that's right. If I remember correctly, it's like up to 60 days. You have to wait 60 to 90 days before you can claim that you didn't get it if you order a package. So you may wait up to 3 months.
Yeah, I'm good with that. And I've had good luck with eBay. There's been like 3 times when it was a false seller from China, but they made good on it and refunded my money. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. That happened to me as well. Twice, I believe, I got ripped off from a seller on eBay. That's another place. You got to be careful on eBay. Personally, I shop Amazon, Amazon Canada, and that's who I go through.
Yeah, but you can't beat the prices from the Chinese stuff. Holy smoke! Because I often compare it to Amazon, and it's way cheaper if you don't need it quickly. Way cheaper to get it in China than to you.
Yeah, but not everything. A lot of the products that come through Amazon are made in China. So yeah, it's just a big game. Depends who you want to play with.
Roger that. Okay, well, I won't too much longer. We'll stand by and let someone else say something. Say something magical. And it's if somebody has had something magical happen to them. Doesn't have to be like just yesterday, but anytime I want to hear magical stuff.
Buy Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. There you go.
That's a good one. That's good.
All right there, Rick. Thank you very much for that. That's VA3KIX in Coketown. Let's see if anyone else would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet Zulu, taking check-ins.
E3 Papa Foxtrot Hotel.
All right, I copy Victor Echo 3, Papa Foxtrot Hotel. And Pete, my neighbor in East End, Hamilton here. How are you, Pete?
We're all right. Just in from walking the dogs and thought we'd throw a pea in the pot as usual.
Yeah, very good. Can always count on you, Pete. Much appreciated, sir. And if you want, you can check us out on YouTube. We are broadcasting live. Just put my call sign in the search box of YouTube and look for the live button.
Yeah, we're looking at you there, waving to you, hello, as we speak. Yeah, but yeah, we'll be listening here. Just keep them warm and keeping out of trouble. So have a good evening. We'll be listening.
Okay, very good there, Pete. Thanks again. Yeah, it's 9:12 p.m. At the airport. It's -2, feeling like -7, but a lot of us probably say it feels more like -10. So bundle up if you have to go outside. Okay, anyone else like to check in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to Perry. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Echo, Echo.
I was here. How's things going, Chuck?
Now it's going pretty good, I guess. I've been dealing with a sore back the last few days there. It seems to have tapered off a little bit for today. So I'm not wincing on the camera as much as I would be. It's still a chore to put my socks on in the morning. That's how bad my back is. So I'm waiting to hear back from the clinic that does my procedures for radio frequency procedure that burns the nerve endings of my spine there.
You have to give me a call sign for that, right?
I'm sorry, what was that, Rick?
They only do that if you're an amateur radio. So you have to give me a call sign, don't you?
Yeah, I'll have to ask him. Oh, no, I just have to Google it. He probably doesn't even know, the surgeon, but yeah, I'm going to have to look into that and see what radio frequency they use. Like someone said earlier, just grab a bowfang and put the antenna on your back and key up. Back to you there, Perry.
Yeah, maybe you should try some kind of CBD cream or something like that. Maybe that might help ease things up, Chuck.
Yeah. Well, every 6 months I get this procedure done, and usually about a month before I get it again, it wears off, and then I have to suffer until I get it done again. So yeah, like I said, it seems to be tapering off a little bit there, and as long as I treat it gingerly, I should be all right.
Yeah, I need some.
Oh, we could just use butter.
There you go. That'll work too.
Get some cannabis infused butter, get the wife to give me a back massage with it, work it in, get up on there on her feet, walk on the back.
Yeah, I got that going on. It works pretty good.
Yeah, the old Chinese torture treatment there on your back. Ah, very good.
This is a degenerative disc type of deal.
Yes, sir, Rick. It's a degenerative disease I got from birth. I can't give you the exact term, but yeah, I never knew it until it affected me one day at work, and I haven't been the same since. Plus, I used to do a lot of heavy lifting. I used to lift steel there back in the 80s.
So, yeah, I used to do pianos, and I got some degenerative disc. I started taking the CBD drops for colitis, and that went away basically. And I noticed that my back isn't sore anymore either, which I wasn't expecting. But I guess it does. It gets rid of inflammation, so it's wherever the inflammation is, it seems to help.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion there, Rick. Maybe I still have a membership there with this one licensed producer, and I think I might get me some of that CBD oil.
Yeah, make sure you don't get something that's made from hemp because they use all these industrial chemicals to get it out of the hemp, and there's so little in the hemp. It's not a good idea. Try to make sure it comes actually from the bud of a proper plant. No hemp, CBD oil, bad news.
Okay, Dr. Rick, thank you very much for that prescription, sir. Much appreciated. Okay, Perry, you still there?
I'm still here. See? Works for Rick. It might work for you.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look into that there. Wallet's a little tight right now. It's Christmas, but definitely next month we'll look into getting a little bit of that. I think I can get some for like $30, $40 or whatever.
I made some, Chuck, so yeah, if you're in, let me know. I'll get you hooked up.
All right, sounds like a plan. We'll chat later. Absolutely. Okay, Perry, thank you very much for that, sir. Much appreciated. And Rick at KIX. Let's see if Vanya's still with us. Victor Alpha 3, X Ray Lima Juliet. Okay, and I'm guessing Gary is gone. VE3TTO, are you there? Okay, how about Deb? VA3OYL.
I'm still here. I'm on a different radio now. I'm in the shack, and finally got my shack straightened around. I changed it all around, and I kind of got it nice where I can access everything without too much trouble, and I kind of switch coax and antennas around. So I have to pull the coax off the back of the radios. So I like to have them readily accessible. I have coax switches, but not enough. So there you go. But that's all I've been doing this week. It kept me busy for a little while. It's amazing how many wires are behind the desk here.
Yeah, absolutely. You got that right. I don't have, um, a decent setup here, but it works for me. I mean, I'm stuck in the basement. It is a small house, very small square footage compared to the other place we were in, but being desperate when you're looking for a place, you take what you can get. And this is my little shack. Every once in a while, I get bored of the way it looks and think I'll be improving it by switching it around a little bit. So Plus, it gives you a chance to clean up and pick up those dust bunnies.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's nice to kind of switch it around and see how, just have a different look. And I mean, whatever you got there, it's working for you, so you can't ask for any more than that, I guess.
Yeah, just think when I first plugged the radio in for the first time, all I had was a couple of milk crates. But you make do with what you got, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. That's like, I just got a sewing machine not too long ago, and, I'm sewing down in the basement on an old dining room table down there. So, and I'm cutting material down there. So you just, like you said, you use what you got.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with keeping things. Like most people would throw out something, and you'd say, "Oh no, that would come in handy." And you know what? If people are ingenious enough to use something that's old and reuse it for something, hey, more power to them. Those people have the mind of an engineer or an architect. Because they think, listen, that thing can come in handy, for something, and yeah, it's well worth sometimes to not just throw everything out like we do. Oh, microwave doesn't work. Oh, let's put it at the curb. Some guy picks it up, opens the back up, and switches the fuse out for a new one, and he's got a working microwave. So we got to stop throwing things out and start repairing what we have and reusing things.
There's one key secret to that, though, being successful.
What's that? Lucky Charms?
Well, you got to be able to find it when you need it. You know you got it, but you got to be able to lay your hands on it. That's the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're a pack rat and you got boxes and boxes of stuff, absolutely. Me personally, I try and hang stuff from the rafters here in the basement as much as I can. That way, all I got to do is look up instead of having to get down on my hands and knees and go through boxes.
I used to do that, but my wife complained about it all the time, hanging stuff up there from the rafters. She kept saying that the rope hurt her neck.
Yeah, well, this is my area, and nobody tells me how to run it. So it's a lot easier to find things, let me tell you.
Yeah, the lady in Debbie, I guess it is. You've never sounded better up here in Cope County. You sound great, whatever you've done to your station. Paid off. Unless it's just the conditions tonight are good, I don't know, but you sound real good tonight.
It's my wonderful voice.
There you go. And what are you doing sewing wise? Are you making clothing that you wear or some other kind of thing?
Actually, I just wanted to learn how to sew to do repairs on clothing and stuff. I did sew some gift bags for Christmas presents. That was my first project. Eventually, I think I would like to get into quilts, making some quilts. But I have to learn the basics first.
How about making some masks?
Yeah. I sewed some masks by hand at the beginning of the pandemic, so I'm well stocked in those. But yeah, I should try it on a machine, and then I'll go, oh boy, is this ever easy?
I like the idea of quilted masks. The log cabin pattern that they use for quilts. Imagine that in a mask. That would look kind of cool.
Oh yeah, on a smaller scale, yeah, it'd be interesting. Oh, who knows what kind of trouble I'll get into, but one step at a time.
Do you have a singer machine, or do you just put some music on when you're using it?
Actually, I do have a singer machine.
There you go. Back to you, Chuck.
Ah, yes, sir. The good old sewing machine from Singer. That was geez, my grandma had an old one where you had to manually push this huge pedal. It was like the width of the machine, and you'd rock that back and forth, and that would get the machine going.
Oh yes, yes, I've seen those. Now you're
Holy,
talking old.
well, yeah, my grandmother. Uh, Absolutely. She used to rock that back and forth, and it's like a pulley system, I guess. It wasn't no electric jobby.
Well, it's too bad there weren't more of those around because when the power's out, you can still sew.
Yeah, in the dark by the candlelight. We can still sew. Very good. Okay, Deb, glad to hear. And yeah, you're sounding great this evening, full strength, as you can see. Nice, clear, loud audio. Yeah, very good. I'm sure everybody can hear you quite well.
Oh, and I wasn't even using a microphone. I just had my head stuck out the window.
Okay, very good then. Um, all right, well, let's see who's next. RPAD, let's see if he's done with his phone call. VA3, VAD. RPAD, are you there? Okay, nothing heard. Well, let's see if anybody else out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I am located in East Hamilton below the escarpment. Any new check ins, please come now. That did sound like a distant station there trying to break in. Did anybody else hear anything?
I just got static up here, Chuck. That's all I got.
All right, if there's another station wanting to break in there, go ahead.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform.
Yes, sir. Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform. Tom, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net here. I'm watching here. Sorry about that first transmission there. It was on the diffusion tab there, so now I'm back on analog. So I just wanted to say good evening to you and everybody else on the net here. Just getting ready to go to sleep there. Chuck, so how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing well there, Thomas. Excuse me. Yeah, just been dealing with a sore back there lately, but today is a good day. I was able to put my socks on this morning. Yeah, other than that, there, yeah, we're just kind of waiting for Christmas to roll around.
Yeah, us too. My son's birthday tomorrow. He's going to be 27, and I also young enough to get up early to shovel. I guess we're supposed to get snow tomorrow, so I'm going to make sure I get a good night's rest.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. Well, you're coming in very good tonight. 7 bars out of 9. That's good. A little bit of noise with you, but that's fine. You're um, able to communicate through simplex. So very good out of Burlington there, Thomas. Well, thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of the evening there. Sweet dreams. And have a great rest of the week, sir.
Take care, thanks, Chuck. VA3CJZ, VE3CEU. Good night.
Okay, good night. All right. Anyone else out there wanting to stop by? We are live on YouTube. Just punch in VA3 CJZ, VA3 CJZ in YouTube, and look for the live button. This is the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. for week 1,422 that the A.R.E.G has been on. 1,422 weeks equals 27 plus years of doing it every week. Wow. That John was sure dedicated. Okay, anyone else want to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Room? This is VA3 CJZ. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's go back up to the top of the list and speak to Larry, VE3LBI. Hey, Larry, have you heard Garnett recently?
Spoke to him, I think yesterday it was. Yes, I did speak to him yesterday.
Oh, okay. And I spoke to Richard today momentarily, but then I had to take a phone call, and he was gone by the time I got back. So I guess he's feeling a bit better.
Yeah, he is. Have you talked to Bob at all? XKV?
Yes, as a matter of fact, today. I was expecting maybe he would stop in and say hello, but he's still feeling under the weather there, so that's understandable.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know how he was doing, that's all. I was going to say, Deb, you sound like a true ham operator. You don't have enough switches and cables, but you got to get more. Made me laugh. And all the other part was, I was going to say, have you been to this Christmas sauce already? You got your head out the window yelling?
I'll never tell.
Okay. Well, anyways, what else? I was outside for a couple minutes, moved the van into the driveway, got hit by about 5 snowflakes. So, waiting for this big storm to blow in or blow by. Hopefully blow by.
Yes, with Hamilton, you never can tell. Sometimes we have a protective dome around Hamilton, and everybody around us gets bad weather but us.
Well, I hope the prevailing winds are to the downtown area, and you guys can have it. Hey, Larry.
Yeah, the mountain always gets more. Go ahead there, Perry.
Hey, Larry, have things been a little quieter in that neck of the woods since I told that kid to quieten it down, or what?
Oh, he came down here the other night with a little bit of noise, but somebody stole my grocery cart. I was going to push it out in front of him.
He seems to go down to the bottom of the street now instead of coming up this way. Yeah, he's been really, really good. I got to say, I'm ready to go over and tell him good work there, bud.
Don't waste your breath yet, Barry. Just wait. Like I said, he came down the other day down here, and I was gonna. I actually yelled at him to slow down. So I don't. He must have his days.
Yeah, I guess he forgets sometimes.
Well, I can see it doing out in the street someplace else, but not in your own neighborhood. That's the only thing. So, well, as you know, the three-way stop up here is not even a stop sign. I mean, they could take it away. It's not even a yield sign. They don't need any signing up there. People just come around the corner. They don't care. We watch people blow right straight through it, not even making a turn, but just go straight through it sometimes. But it is what it is, and you know what? Well, we've already got one problem resolved at the neck of the woods up here. So when we're in person someday, I'll have to tell you about the story about that. But it seems to be resolved now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm noticing an improvement since I said something to him.
Yep. And then we got the orange truck that comes down the road too. I'm not sure he drops it in the first gear just to make the muffler sound loud. But anyways, like I said, it is what it is. So and I got the apartment behind me. There's always somebody yelling up there. I haven't heard any gunshots or nobody got stabbed or nobody got thrown off the top of it yet, but I think it's getting close.
Yeah, well, I guess we haven't got too much to complain about, but yeah, I know the orange truck too.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, anyways, get back to Chuck there. Let him do some work. Maybe somebody else is sitting in the side group there want to check in. So, okay, Chuck, thanks. pass it back over to you and see what's going on down the road.
Okay, very good there, Larry. Let's see if Paul, PDL, is available. VE3 PDL.
Yes, sir, and I have a wee bit of an update about XKV. He stopped here after leaving the hospital yesterday to pick up that matching, the bazooka matching thingamajiggy I got for the beam he's working on. And yeah, I don't want to get into his details, but yeah, he still has some ongoing stuff. So when you guys are talking to him, you can ask him about it. But he seemed to be pretty healthy and happy today when I seen him, and I got to meet his wife there, and yeah, very good stuff, and yeah. So that's my contribution to that conversation. Other than that, not much. Just listening along there, fellas. V3 PDL.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was speaking to him there today, I think after he left the hospital, and him and the wife were heading off to have some lunch somewhere. So, yeah, he said he might stop in, but, you know, you can't say anything for him if he's, you know, not able to. So, oh, I'm glad he's looking into it and getting it looked after. That's the main thing. A lot of people let these ailments linger on for way too long before they seek medical treatment, and that's a downfall. Okay, thank you very much, Paul. VE3 PDL. By the way, at the moment, including myself, we have 14 check-ins at 9:37 p.m. and the temperature is around -2, feeling like -7 to -10. Anyone else like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu, taking check-ins. Please come now. All right. Okay, well, let's try Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Bravo, uniform. No Brad? Okay, let's try Mike, VE3KMQ. Mac. Now it's down to Mac, VA3, I am wonderful.
VA3, I am listening. Yeah, Chuck, I'm still with you, and just about ready to retire. Got another full day of Zoom meetings tomorrow.
Oh, fine.
The pandemic has been a unique trip for all of us. And, 2 days in the office and 2 days at home, and cycle about ever since March. So on the bright side, I've got Thursday and Friday, and then I'm looking forward to a couple of down weeks and not back to work until the 4th of January. So I'm going to be wishing myself a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and the same goes out to everybody on the net. And again, Chuckles, so glad that you're keeping this tradition up on a weekly basis, and 7-3, and we'll catch you next week.
Okay, very good there, Mac. Yeah, since March, for you? Okay, well, you know, we're going to get a couple of weeks of downtime here, and we also have one more week, one more A.R.E.G meeting here before Christmas. So we look forward to seeing you then. Until then, Malcolm, have a great rest of the week, and thanks for stopping by. VA3 India Mike Whiskey. Thank you, sir. Okay, next is Perry, VA3 Charlie Echo Echo. Perry, you there?
I'm still here. What's going on there, Chuck?
Ooh, got me all excited. Boy, your audio is blasting. Yeah. Do you guys hang out on 147 up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just given that frequency again not too long ago there, and entered that into my memory bank. I shall be stopping by to say hello up there one of these days or evenings.
Well, that would be nice. Would be nice.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it. I have to manually. I don't have the cable for inputting memories into this radio, so they all had to be done manually, and I had forgotten about that. So someone reminded me.
Yeah, well, yeah, the weekends is usually when I'm on there, mostly on the weekends later in the evening. But Gary and Bob and them, 7 o'clock every evening, they run the 420 net there.
Oh, okay, yeah, right on. Yeah, we're going to be socked in here for the winter. I know I am. So yeah, the more nets, the better.
Yeah, they're on there pretty much every night. Anywhere from 7, between 7 and 7:30, you'll catch them. Sometimes they're on till 7:30. Sometimes they're on from 7 till 8. Yeah, they're not on there long, but yeah, they're in there.
Who'd you say, Jerry and Bob? You mean Bob SKB?
Oh, Bob, VA3 BBO.
BBO, okay.
And Gary is VA3 JYD.
I don't know if I know them.
Yeah, I don't know. You probably haven't been able to reach out to them. Well, they're in Welland. Bob and Gary are in Welland.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Should have said Welland in the first place. They can't hear me, and I can't hear them that well.
Well, I can hear them from here and talk to them, and Guy and Peter and that. Yeah, we can all reach back and forth.
Actually, I should make an announcement. I've got these two big pine trees that are blocking my antenna. So if anyone wants a top of this tree, this probably could use 10 feet off it. It makes a great Christmas tree, and it'd be free.
Oh, Tammy's already saying she's got a chainsaw.
There you go. Can she climb?
Can she?
Oh, you told me she was on your back all the time. I guess she can climb.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are funny.
Threw him right under the bus.
Yeah, right, and not just a bus, a Greyhound bus.
That's my Ricky.
Okay, very good then. Well, we're getting near the end here. It's 9:43 p.m. Most people have left, but we shall soldier on. Let's see if Butch is still around. VE3PFH. Pete, you still there? Well, guess he's gone too. Probably time to hook up.
I haven't heard Butch for a long time. If it's the same Butch I'm thinking of, I'm not sure about the call, but I used to talk to Butch. He was down, down in your neck of the woods, down by Iverwin somewhere.
Yeah. He's down by me here. He's just a couple hundred yards away from me, going east, east southeast, and yeah, he's a good buddy with my neighbor there, Kevin, VE3WKG. So it's probably the same guy you're thinking of.
I haven't heard him forever.
Yeah, he's been having issues with his outdoor antenna, but he got another one now, and and then he had troubles with the connectors, those tricky little connectors. And so I think he's got it now, though. I think he's got it now. He was talking there earlier. He doesn't really have a rig yet. He just plugs in his Bofang into the outdoor antenna.
Yeah, pretty tough to get out with the Bofang. Really, you got to get yourself at least a little mobile radio or whatever, hook up to something. Preferably an outdoor antenna. Yeah, that should do pretty good.
Yeah. We'll have to ask him there when we speak to him. He's usually on every morning there on 146.49. So if you want, sometimes that's where we chit chat during the day. If you feel up to it, stop by and say hi.
14649.
Yes, sir. Me, Kevin, Butch, Larry, we all, Paul, we all gather on that one to chit chat during the day.
I'll have to write that down.
Absolutely. The more, the merrier. All right. Anything else there, Perry?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'll let you carry on. See if there's any more check-ins before the magic hour hits there, and yeah, we'll be around for a little bit. I got a quick question for Terry, if I might.
Go ahead.
Terry, how'd you do with your event? Your taking out the smoke in the air event thingy? It's working good. Is it on now? It was. I just shut it off. Yeah, I heard it. That's what I was thinking. It must have been. Maybe you need like a little volume controller there, speed controller to bring it down a bit. Oh, I have a speed controller on it, Rick. Okay. Don't you worry about that. We're buffed up here, but it's working good then, is it? What'd you do for event? Well, I still got that thing going on for sort of like a funnel effect, like what you suggested, that dog collar thing, or the thing to prevent dogs from getting at their stitches and things like that when they've had operations. I'm using that right now, but I'm building one out of cardboard. I built one before, but the damn thing let go because I used duct tape on it, and with the heat, from the heater in here in the garage, softened things up, and it just kind of sagged and it let go. So yeah, I'm gluing it together this time, but doing it in stages. Yeah, I was just thinking of that. Looks just like cardboard, but it's plastic. Same construction though. It's really light, clean, and maybe glue like one by one to hold it together or something. I don't know. Piece of on. Yeah, where am I going to get this plastic from? Home Depot sells it. All the lumber places sell it. It's exactly like cardboard. It's corrugated and it's plastic. They use it mostly for signs. It's very light, lasts forever, and it's nice and clean. You can get it in colors. You can buy half sheets. It's worth checking out. Just think of it as corrugated plastic. Yeah, okay. I've seen it. I've seen it before. I've seen the white stuff before. Yeah, they used to have 4x8 sheets of it on. They put the weirdest thing when I was working at the Oakville Hospital and we were building that place. Yeah, the weirdest thing I've never ever seen a place put the floors down before the walls, the ceilings, and all that stuff were down. Usually the floors were last, but not Oakville Hospital. They put the flooring down first, then they had to cover it with that stuff, that corrugated plasticky stuff. It was like cardboard, but it was plastic. Yeah, it was like a nice kind of marbly like floor underneath. Is that the idea? They just want to get it screwed up. No, it was like a linoleum or something, like a heavy duty linoleum. And yeah, I mean, it looked nice when they put it down, but they even put that corrugated dirt. It was just terrible. Yeah, wrong idea. Put the floor in last, like most places. But no, Oakville Hospital, they put the floor in before anything else was done. Right? That's you, Chuck.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, let's see if there's anybody else out there who'd like to stop in and say hello. This is the Amateur Radio Exchange Group for this week. My call is VA3CJZ. And my name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's start the last call run here, and let's go to Deb, VA3OYL. She may need to take somebody outside. Are you there, Deb?
Yes, it's almost walkies time, so good net, and hopefully we don't get too much snow. I'll say 7-3 to all on net, and thanks, Chuck, for doing the net. So VA3 OYL will be clear.
All right, Deb, thank you very much for sticking around, stopping by, and giving us your input. Much appreciated. Hope you had a good time. And have a great rest of the week, and we hope to see you next week. That'll be the day before Christmas Eve. Okay, VA3OYL, VA3CJZ. Let's go to the top of the list then and go to Larry, VE3LBI. Larry, it'll be last call.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck. Just before Deb leaves, what was the software you're using for logging, please?
Log for OM. Log for OM.
Is that the one you're using, Chuck?
No, I'm using Amateur Contact Log, AC Log.
Okay, my mistake, Deb. I thought it was, excuse me, I thought you were using the same thing. Anyways, okay, Chuck, thanks, Deb. Yeah, good night. Just sitting back, relaxed, and I don't know, having, well, I called the barmaid, but she said she wasn't working tonight, so I had to walk in her fridge myself. But, what can I say? It happens.
Yeah, that's good. And then I always have the, oh, my back is sore, honey, can you do this for me? But I don't push it. Anyways, All right, very good, Larry. Thank you very much, sir, for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. VE3LBI. Next, last call, Paul. VE3PDL. Paul, last call.
Last call for alcohol. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. There, just to make you happy, Chuck. I threw it in there again. All right. Good net, as Obey Your Leader said, and you always do a good job, sir, and glad to hear everybody was jumping in, participating, and glad I was part of it. P3PDO, back to net control.
Okay, very good, Paul. Thanks again for coming by. Much appreciated. And by the way, we've got, including myself, 14 check-ins this week, week 1,422. Okay, let's go to the next person on the list. BA3, Charlie Bravo Uniform, Brad. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to VE3KMQ. Okay, this will go by quickly. Let's go to Mac if he's still there. Last call, Mac, VA3IMW.
A3, I am weary, but I'm still hanging around and hanging here to say goodnight to everybody. Thanks again, Chuck, for doing the net, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Absolutely, sir. Well, thanks for hanging in there. Hope you had a good time, and we hope to see you again next week. Have a great rest of the week, my friend. VA3IMW, VA3CJZ. Next on the list is Perry, VA3 Charlie Echo Echo. I hear an echo.
Echo, echo. All right. Yeah, no, nice work on the net there tonight, Chuck, as always. But I was wondering, has anybody heard any word from John? Any updates?
As a matter of fact, I texted him today. I was supposed to talk to him a couple of days ago, but my back was so sore. I was not in the mood for a 30, 40-minute phone conversation with John. So I texted him today, and all he said was he was in Thunder Bay. Excuse me, and he'll get back to me on Friday. He'll try and call me on Friday. But as far as I know, everything is about the same as last.
Oh, is that where he's living now in Thunder Bay?
No, but whenever he has to go in to see a specialist or he has some kind of business that he has to handle, it's mostly in Thunder Bay. So it's quite the drive. It's like a 4-hour drive one way. So it's crazy.
Wow. So all in all, he's doing well then.
Yeah. You know, I told him about the net on YouTube, and said, "Why don't you next time you go to the library?" And then he says, "Libraries are off limits." So yeah, he has no access to internet, and I think he said when he does get internet, he's going to have to go into Thunder Bay to set it up. So I'm not exactly sure why he went there today. We'll find out more, and we'll keep you posted.
Off limits, as into like Kojic, you mean off limits?
I'm sorry, what was that, Rick?
So the library is off limits. Is that because of the COVID thing, or what's that mean?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because of the COVID. We're in red in Ontario, so yeah.
I didn't think way up there they'd have that kind of problem.
Yeah, me neither. But I think last time I spoke to John, he mentioned something about possibly having one in their town or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, when I speak to him on Friday, I shall um, relay the information next week. That's all I can do for now.
Right. Can't expect any more than that.
Yes, sir. So, anyways, Perry, thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Have a great rest of the week, also. And we'll catch you next time, maybe up on the other one. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Echo Echo. Now, let's see if Vanya's still around with us. VA3XLJ, Vanya, last call. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to VE3TTO on the list. You there, Gary? Last call. Nothing heard. VA3VAD, R.E.G, last call. Okay, we already did Deb, VA3OYL. We already spoke to her. Let's go to VA3KIX, Rick in Coketown. Last call, Rick.
Nice net, Chuck, and we'll try to catch you next week. And this name I heard, Bonda, was it? Is that a girl?
No, it's Vanya. It's a guy, and I'm not sure of the nationality, but I'm thinking Eastern European. So yeah.
Yeah, I never heard that name before. Okay. Interesting. Take care of VA3KIX.
Okay, thanks, Rick. Much appreciated, sir. I think Tom said goodnight. And let's see if Pete is there. VE3PFH. Pete, last call. Okay, one last shout out just before 10 p.m. Are there any last minute check ins for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. Any check ins? Come now. All right, we have VE3 LLW. Okay, Leanne, thank you very much. Take care. Have a great rest of the evening. We'll catch you next time. Okay, anyone else want to check in? Please come now.
VE3OAB.
Hey, there he is. Phil, you just made it. VE3OAB. How are you, Phil?
Oh, I'm doing great with what we got in this city, and I'm surprised we didn't get it last week, but I figure we're in for this week for the shutdown.
Yes, sir. Everybody do your shopping tomorrow morning, bright and early. And what's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah. Because by Friday, they're going to make the announcement, more than likely, and then everybody's just going to go nuts. So your best bet is to go tomorrow. That is my advice to you. Anyways, Phil, how you been?
Oh, I've been doing great. I just got a load of wash done, and it's starting to show that white stuff out there. And hopefully it either heads towards Niagara or down in the big city there called TO, because they've got all that big bucks down there. And I heard that little bit about John in the library, and I didn't think they'd be in red up there. I thought they'd be in the green area of anything.
Yes, well, I guess the library down there, I have no idea how big it is. And I guess they couldn't operate. I guess they can't see themselves running the place for just having a couple of people in there. So just easier to shut it down, I guess.
Yeah, but you got a lot of kids up there that are taking online, and they're going to have a hard time trying to do the work if they're online up there.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Phil. I'm in the dark as much as you are as to what's going on in Manitouwadge, but I'm sure John will inform me when I speak to him on Friday, and then next week I'll relay all the information back.
Okay, well, I'll pass on my 73s to you and everybody else out there. So VE3, Oscar Alpha Bravo Clear.
Okay, Phil. Great signal, full strength here at my house. Good clear audio. So good job. VE3OAB, thanks for stopping by. All right, let's do one more call out for any check-ins. Last minute check-ins. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Please come now.
VA3 NFG. Stevie.
Hey, I acknowledge VA3 NFG. I won't say what it stands for, but we all know. Good evening, Steve. How are you? Welcome.
Good, Chuck. Good evening to everybody who's still on frequency here. Well, I just got in here at the last nick of time here for a late check-in, so just realized it was like 5 to 10. Better be getting off to bed soon, and I thought, oh, if I hustle downstairs, I could still possibly check in if the guys are still around. So there you go. Awesome. Good to hear everybody in there, and hopefully we get in there a little earlier next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely there, Steve. Come by a little earlier next week and we can chit chat a little bit longer for sure. But thanks for taking the time out to stop by there, Steve. Much appreciated, sir. Everything good with you?
Yeah, everything's good. Other than the next 7 days, I'm working the next, actually, including today, it'd be 8 days straight. So 1 down, 7 to go.
Oh, you lucky dog, you. Yeah, okay. Are they full days?
Oh, they're certainly full, all right. Yeah, at least 6 hours a day anyway. Some days 8. But yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay, then, Steve, thanks a lot once again. Okay, you are check-in number 17. And I think with that, we're gonna close this week's A.R.E.G. Okay, no other comments. Let's say it's now time to close this evening's A.R.E.G. Tonight marks week, like I said, 1,422, and we are streaming live on YouTube. Just punch in my call sign in the YouTube search box. That's VA3CJZ, and you'll find us there. Okay, well, I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for participating in this week's A.R.E.G., and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe, love one another, and have a great rest of the week. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3, and good night.
And Chuck, just so you know, it's snowing out.
Oh, but of course, I've got to go take the garbage out, let the pooch out, and all that, and we'll go make some snow angels. Okay, Larry, thanks for that.
Yes, it is, Larry. I just see that now. Yep, I was just outside, had a quick cigarette, actually in the garage, and thought, oh, it's all white and puffy out here. Not that much, but it has started. So, and Chuck, if you don't get any downtown, I have a neighbor across the street who drives a very, very large dump truck for a living. And if you need some snow, let me know because I can have it dropped off to you.
Well, I'll let you know if there's any snow down here, Larry, for sure.
All right, Chuck. Go do what you got to do. We'll stand by for a bit. E3 LBI.
VE3EIR, Don and Mount Hope.
You got snow coming down out there?
VE3EIR, VA3CJZ. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Chuck, it's been a while since I checked in. I was watching YouTube, of course, this week and last week. That's very interesting. And I hope that I saw a couple of dog treats in the video of the YouTube there. And I hope one of them goes to your little pooch tonight when you take them out.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be treat time there once we come back inside. So, what's new with you, sir?
Oh, not much. I haven't been. I've been listening, checking in every once in a while, find out how John is doing, and you got a little information on him there tonight. So you're going to talk to him Friday night, so I'll check in next Wednesday and see how he's doing.
No, okay, there, Don. For sure, it's Don, right?
Yeah, Don, VE3EIR. I'm up here in Garth the 20 Road.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I got a great signal on you and nice, clear, loud audio. You just made it there. I was going to step away and go take care of taking the trash out and going out and making some snow angels in the snow.
Okay, VE3EIR clear.
Stick around a minute there, Don. This is Rick, VA3KIX. It's been a while.
Yeah, Rick, I wanted to talk to you. I want to ask you something. Can we talk now?
Well, let's Chuck finish it up and we'll just hang out.
Yeah, no, I already finished it up there. I said my spiel, and I said 7-3, and then Don came in. So by all means, there, guys, go at it. VA3CJZ.
Well, it's been a long time since I heard your voice. I was trying to remember about a year ago. I was trying to remember your name. I thought it was Don, but I wasn't sure. All I can remember is that you did some type of
Word. Work. He wrote stories and so on. I thought for maybe the newspaper or something like that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Rick. I just wanted to. In the old days, at 10 o'clock sharp, you used to have to disappear from the net to watch movies. Is this still going on? That little thought went through my head a few minutes ago, and no, I guess there was a show I used to like to watch at 10, but I think it's long gone. I don't even remember what it was. How you been doing? That was clear. Still in there, Don? Yeah, still here. So how you been? Been good, good. Everything is good. No COVID in this house, and everything is good. You're not working anymore, are you? Or are you? Yeah, I retired 20 years ago. So what have you been doing for excitement, other than coming here talking to us? Playing with computers a lot and all kinds of stuff like that. Hobbies about electronics. I've always been in electronics, so there's always things to do. Roger that. How are you into electronics? Because I've got an electronic question. I didn't know who to ask. But I give it a shot. Yeah. So I was repairing my DVD player. Every so often the cap goes in it.